there's a look south down Runnymede Road, and this is the Junction neighborhood. And hello there, it is, all right, it is Sunday, January 14th. The time is, what time is it? I didn't think about that. It is 2:02 p.m. and the temperature is minus 6 degrees Celsius, although with the real feel, or I guess wind chill, they would call it, it is minus 15 degrees. So yes, this is quite a cold one today. These are the coldest conditions I've recorded in quite a while. That was the 71 Runnymede road bus I was just on. I took that from Runnymede Station. And welcome to the Junction neighborhood. And for this one, I'll be walking east, or I guess southeast, to be more specific, along Dundas Street here, through the heart of the Junction neighborhood. And I'll be finishing up at Dundas West Station. The Celestial Church of Christ. It's been a while since I've been up in this neighborhood. This is that oddball stretch of Dundas that is north of Bloor Street. For the most part, it runs parallel to Bloor to the south. Right where I'm finishing this one up at Bloor Street, it bends north of Bloor and it runs north of Bloor all the way into Etobicoke. And this is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Toronto. It was founded in 1884 as the Village of West Toronto. And that crunching sound you hear is from all the salt that's been laid down on the sidewalks. And the Junction is bordered by Annette Street to the south of here, Runnymede Road, where I started, to the west, which is behind me, St. Clair Avenue to the north, and the CN Rail Corridor to the east. And to the east is where this neighborhood takes its name from, the Junction, as it's at the junction of 4 different rail lines. And at the north end along St. Clair is an area known as the Stockyards. It was once home to the largest livestock industry in Canada. It was the center of the province's meat packing industry. That's how the city of Toronto earned its nickname Hogtown. This is Gilmore Avenue. I don't think we'll see too many people out today, as it is absolutely freezing. And there is Malta Bake Shop. And this part of the Junction also goes by the name Little Malta. In fact, I think we'll be going by Little Malta Park pretty soon. This looks like one of the first dominoes to fall in this area, as there are plans for an 8-story building of residential mixed use. There's the 40 bus that'll go all the way to Kipling Station. And the video I recorded yesterday evening was along Dundas Street East, and I talked a bit about how Dundas isn't a planned street. It's been stitched together from 15 smaller streets, and that's why it's so windy and curvy. It's a pretty odd looking mannequin. And famously, the Junction was known for having prohibition in effect all the way up into the year 2000, believe it or not. So back in the 1800s, municipalities could pass their own laws regarding alcohol consumption. That car seems to be struggling a bit. And due to a number of local incidents involving drunks and fighting, prohibition was put in effect in 1904, and it lasted all the way until 2000. I've talked about this in a prior video, but the area in the 80s and 90s didn't have the best reputation. It was known for crime and prostitution and drug use. And it took several votes throughout the 90s to finally get the ban lifted. Here's Malta Park. And what's ironic is once the ban was lifted, a lot of those problems went away. Property values started to skyrocket, and the neighborhood started to gentrify. There's a plaque commemorating the Maltese community of Toronto. So it's undergone a similar transformation as Leslieville on Queen Street East. Right, this is St. John's Road. And there's a winter art display called Winter Wonderland in effect. I don't think it extends this far west in the Junction. There's a number of outdoor murals and augmented reality assisted art displays in windows. That involves an app due to the augmented reality part of that equation. I don't really feel like struggling with an app in this weather and trying to record that, so we'll see what we can see with the naked eye. I think Winter Wonderland runs until January 31st. This is Clendenin Avenue. There's a Bentley. Dundas Pizza. And we're at Quebec Avenue. I think I saw that first mural should be at Pacific Avenue. And there's a rail corridor to the north severing access to St. Clair. The main intersection through here would be at Dundas and Keele. The Bakery Cannabis. Sweet Toy Bakery, interesting concept. And here's the north end of High Park Avenue. And that'll take you south right to High Park and into the High Park Swansea neighborhood. And also down towards High Park Subway Station. Seems to be a lot of Thai restaurants. All right, here is Pacific Avenue. So I think this is where we'll find the first of the outdoor murals.
Goes up like stretches.
I might be completely wrong on this. I wonder if that was it. That mural looks kind of old, and I think I've seen it before. Let's see if it's on the wall here. No. Oh well. It's supposed to be the Toronto's favorite meeting place mural. Maybe that's it. Or maybe there's a QR code I'm missing. If it wasn't so damn freezing, I'd be up for the challenge of finding it, but we're just going to keep marching through the neighborhood here.
I don't know if they're open yet.
There's a large no-frills supermarket. operated by the evil Loblaws company. I think I saw there's another mural here at Medland. Yeah, the new development going up over there. It's one way to take a stop sign, I guess. Maybe I read it wrong and the Winter Wonderland shut down January 1st. Dirt bike store. There's one. Bring this artwork to life. Install the Art Vive app. Find artwork with the marked icon and view the artwork through your smartphone. And no Toronto neighborhood is complete without a Dollarama. There on the northwest corner of Dundas and Keele is a building called the Campbell Block. And that dates back to 1888. That was extensively renovated in 2014 and 2015. Oh, look at that. Some baked goods. There used to be an old school sandwich restaurant where the A&W is. That was quite liked.
It does move. The worms come out.
All right, so those are those outdoor murals. Apparently those worms come alive. I tried to zoom in on her phone. A bit creepy, but it's one way to see it. This is Keele Street. So to the south on Keele Street is Keele Station. And to the south of where I started is Runnymede Station. So Runnymede, Keele, or Runnymede High Park, Kiel, and then Dundas West. That's how many subway stations this walk is spanning. There's some more art that'll come alive. Often in my videos in the winter, I wear a yellow toque that I got from the Junction brewery, which isn't on Dundas Street. This is the one day I chose to go with my newer gray merino wool hat. It's a little bit of planning. I should have came here on a warmer day and checked out some of this art. And worn my Junction brewery hat. Oh well, you can save that for next year. The puzzle nerds. And here's where the retail starts to thin out. And Dundas starts to bend more south. There's more of these mid-rise developments going up. And the neighborhood just east of here is known as the Junction Triangle. As it sits within 3 rail corridors, forming a triangle, and there goes an up express train to the airport. Later on this week, I'll be heading up to Pearson Airport. There's a lot of retail for lease there. It might be a harder sell on this end of the junction. There's less pedestrian activity. And newer developments tend to bring larger, more expensive retail spaces. Are more likely to try to attract larger corporate tenants. And this is where DuPont Street terminates to the west. But between Dundas Street here and Jane Street, to the right is Annette Street, which is really a continuation of Dundas Street, or DuPont Street. Got sirens coming. No, there are emergency vehicles following it. Good on these drivers for waiting it out. I like the way this development is angular here. And uses brick instead of just all glass. The rail corridor and West Toronto rail path are just on the other side of the street. There goes another up express train. That one going south. This stretch definitely feels a bit rougher around the edges. So I'm pretty much walking south here, and Dundas will go south to south of Bloor Street, and then effectively it turns into Roncesvalles Avenue, a few blocks south of Bloor, and then Dundas veers to the left and becomes an east-west street once again. And that ties into what I was saying earlier about how Dundas is really a collection of 15 different streets rather than one planned continuous street. This is Kenneth Avenue. It would be interesting to take a look back on Google Street View and see what used to be here. Looked like some kind of restaurant or cafe with a patio. home has a building permit sign in front, so there'll be some major renovations going on inside there. So the GO station and Up Express station is just on the left. And there's some stairs that you can take over the rail corridor just up ahead there. But in a not so brilliant stroke of planning, the airport express train, and I guess the GO trains for that matter, are not connected at all to the subway station. You have to go on quite a hike. So it's not uncommon to see people rolling their luggage around this neighborhood, particularly just south of here. There's one entrance just east on Bloor Street from the Up Express and GO station. Not a huge deal, I guess, but it's not a very good welcome to Toronto for travelers making their way here from the airport and staying in this neighborhood, or just residents trying to get around. Let's see if that taxi was going to reverse into me. I think that's Blondie's Pizza. And yes, my face feels frozen right now. And you can see into the GO train platform just over there, if you look closely enough. There you can see the Dundas streetcar rolling out. Or that could be a King streetcar. Let's see if I can catch it. Oh, that's the 505 Dundas. That'll be making a left to continue on to Dundas just south of here and carrying on all the way over to Kingston Road. Normally, it would head north up Broadview, right at East Chinatown, but that stretch of streetcar is currently closed. thoughts to do a live stream today, but decided I'd just record a video due to the cold. Oh, and how nice is this? We are about to go inside. That's Bloor Street just south of here. I should still be on a free transfer. Whew. My face has instantly started to thaw, so I'm going to head down to the westbound platform and catch a train to Bloor. Seems like I might have just missed a train. Yeah, next train in 5 minutes. So let's wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed this walk through the Junction neighborhood, starting at Runnymede Road and Dundas. On what has been a very, very cold day. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to Patreon and YouTube channel membership down below in the description as I clear my nose out. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. As a westbound train rolls in. All right, on that note, stay warm, stay safe, and I will catch you on the next one. Might as well watch the train roll out. I guess I was hoping she wouldn't sit down on that bench, but she did. Yoink.